Hello and welcome. I'm Royden Bailey and welcome to Just a Moment. Now there are times in life when courage seems to disappear. We know what the right thing is to do, but we are afraid to do it. We know we should forgive, but the hurt runs so deep. We know we should keep going, but we are tired. We know we should trust God, but the road ahead seems uncertain. Perhaps you felt that way. The truth is that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. It is taking the next step when your knees are shaking. Many people think courage comes from ourselves, from being strong, determined, brave. But sooner or later, we discover our own strength has limits. Life can bring burdens that are simply too heavy for us to carry alone. That is why the Bible points us to a different source of courage. When God spoke to Joshua as he faced an uncertain future, he did not tell him to be courageous because he was strong. Instead, God said, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." The courage came from God's presence, and that is still true today. When we face illness, loss, disappointment, loneliness, or uncertainty, God does not always remove the struggle immediately. Instead, He walks beside us through it. His promise is not always a quick escape, but His faithful presence is always there. Sometimes courage means standing up for what is right when others disagree. Sometimes courage means admitting we were wrong and asking for forgiveness. Sometimes courage means carrying on one more day when every part of us wants to give up. And sometimes courage means simply trusting God with questions we cannot answer. Think of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. He knew what lay ahead. He knew the suffering he would endure. Yet he prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done." That was courage. Not because there was no fear, but because there was complete trust in the Father. When life seems overwhelming, we often look too far ahead. We try to carry tomorrow's burdens today, but God usually gives us enough strength for the next step, not the entire journey. The courage you need today may not be enough for next year, but it is enough for today. The Apostle Paul discovered this when he also struggled with his own difficulties. God said to him, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." What a wonderful promise. Notice God did not say, "My power is made perfect in your strength." He said, "In weakness." The very place where we feel weakest can become the place where God's strength shines most clearly. So where you find yourself today, you find it in prayer. You find it in trusting God's promises. You find it in remembering that you never walk alone. You find it in taking one small step of faith at a time. And where can you find the courage to go on when life seems so hard? You find it at the foot of the cross, where Jesus showed that suffering is not the end of the story. You find it in the empty tomb, where hope defeated despair. You find it in the quiet assurance that God is still at work even when you cannot see it. If today feels difficult, remember this: you do not have to be fearless. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not even have to know what tomorrow holds. You simply need to place your hand in God's hand and take the next step. For the God who has carried you this far is able to carry you still. And just a thought: courage is not found in believing that you are strong enough. It is found in believing that God is faithful enough. Even when his hand is holding yours, you can face whatever tomorrow may bring. If you like my reflections, please do so and subscribe. Until next time, bless and may God walk with you.